Yo, what's up, guys? So on day 15, I didn't go to the gym. This is the video for day 15, and I just want to talk about priorities. Whenever you have a goal, whenever you have a goal that you're trying to achieve, you must prioritize it. You must prioritize this goal if you want to make progress and you want to make this goal a reality. You must think about this goal day in and day out. This goal should be your main focus. What takes up most of your time, what takes up most of your thinking. I didn't need to skip day 15, but I skipped day 15. Fuck it, whatever. I took it as a rest day, but I didn't need a rest day. So I didn't prioritize my workout that day. I didn't prioritize it, and I ended up missing out on my workout, and then I also ended up eating out. Did I have to do any of those two things? No, I didn't have to skip my workout, and I didn't have to eat out. I ate a hamburger and some fries, and I have to be just accountable with myself and understand that, hey, I'm not saying that having days like that is not okay, but it's not okay having those days knowing that you didn't need to have those days. Sometimes you need a rest day, like if you truly feel tired, if you truly feel like your whole body is sore, if you're sick, like there's legit reasons to have a off day. But just to have an off day just because you didn't prioritize your responsibilities that come with the goal that you have. See, if you want to make your goal a reality, well, it comes with responsibilities, and now you have to make sure that you do certain tasks throughout the day, every day. And these tasks are going to get you one step closer to where you want to get. But when we are out here skipping on our meals, skipping on our workout, or having a cheat meal, just because, that's when it becomes a problem. Because then that could become a habit. And the funny thing is, on day 16, I was laying in bed all day long. And I don't have days like that. But I was in bed all day long. I woke up at like 7 in the morning, and I didn't get up from bed till like 5 p.m. And then I wasn't gonna work out that day either. I was gonna have 2 days off in a row. I just didn't feel like going that day. And these days don't come often with me. I don't necessarily have days where I think, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym today. No, most days, every single day, is one of the things that I look forward to the most is going to the gym. But for some reason, yesterday, I just didn't feel like it. And my thing is this, I believe the reason why is because since I had skipped the day before, you kind of start going back to the old ways. All it takes is one day off for you to go down the wrong path. One unnecessary day off. That's the difference. I'm not saying never have a day off. Everyone's different. Everyone's body can handle more or less. So your rest day should depend on what you can handle. I feel like my body can handle working out perhaps every single day. Am I going to be able to go hard every single day? Probably not. But I'll be able to go hard enough. But anyways, yes, having these unnecessary days off where you just don't go just because you don't feel like it, that's a huge mistake. Because, see, that's how I used to be back in the days. Back in the days, I just didn't feel like doing anything. Like if I didn't feel like working out, if I didn't feel motivated, and if I didn't feel, I wouldn't do the things that I had to do. And that becomes a cycle. That just becomes a pattern of how you are day to day. So for me skipping on day 15 for no reason, that made me feel comfortable that day. Like I didn't have to do something tough, something hard that day. I took it easy that day. I took a day off. An unnecessary day off. What I'm trying to say with this video is, again, it's not that I'm saying don't have any rest days. What I'm saying is, don't have rest days just because. Have a rest day because it's necessary, because your body needs to recover, because you're sick, because you feel weak, because of a real reason, not just because. Because that starts becoming a habit. I feel like taking a day off. All right, go ahead, take the day off. If you're one of those people that like to take days off frequently, just for no reason, just because you don't feel like doing anything that day, that's going to be a problem. Because now you are setting yourself back, because this world, honestly, it is a competitive world. And if there's something that you want, guess what? 1,000 other people want that, probably even more. And now you're in competition with 1,000 other people. At the end of the day, yes, you're competing with yourself. And that's on a personal level, on a day-to-day basis. But in the marketplace, when you go out there, that's a competitive world where there's people who are very driven, who are very disciplined, who are willing to do whatever it takes. And they want the same thing that you want. They want the same position that you want. They want that same house that you want. But they are not taking days off just because they don't feel like it. Who do you think is going to win? So at the end of the day, yes, your only competition is you. When it comes to overcoming yourself, when it comes to bettering yourself, that is the only competition is you. But if there's something you want out there, let's say that you want to enter a bodybuilding contest. Well, now, yes, the battle is within yourself. Can you get to a point where you can work harder than last time? When you can put in the extra reps, count the extra calories, be more disciplined with all of the things that you must do to be able to get what you want. So that's why I felt guilty and I feel bad about having that day off, because look, it leached on to the next day, and the next day I almost didn't work out. I ended up going to the gym at like 10 p.m. and it was a good workout. It wasn't the greatest, but it was a good workout, I would say. At the end of the day, I got a good pump, and I'm glad that I did go. I'm glad that I ended up going to the gym and I didn't have 2 days off in a row for no reason. So, you know, when I look at it, then I should be happy with myself, because the old me would have taken the 2 days off, and probably even 3. The old me wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I am outworking the old me, and that's all that matters at this moment, that I am outworking the old me. I am more consistent than him. I am more disciplined than him. I am better than the old me. Now, there may be ways where he might have been better, but at the end of the day, it's just about trying to be better than we used to be. That's what it's about. I'm more mature. I'm wiser. I'm more knowledgeable. I'm more driven. I'm more inspired. I'm more motivated. And I am more grounded. I am taking initiative. And I am on the path that I have the courage to get on the path that I want to get on, without being afraid of what if I fail. So there's times where we say, "Oh, I'm trying my best." Are we really? I know for a fact that there's times that I've said, "Oh, I'm doing my best. I'm doing all I can do." And when I think back to the times that I've said things like that, that was not true. I was not doing the best that I could. And I just have to be honest with myself. And it's because there's always room to grow. How can we ever get to the point where we truly feel, man, I really did all that I could do? I think very few people get to that point, to that level, where they're absolutely doing everything within themselves to give it all that they got towards something that they love, something that they're working on. And I definitely want to get to that point someday where I can find it within me to give it my all and dedicate as much time as I possibly can towards working on whatever it is that I'm working on. And I'm just trying to stay consistent with this channel. I really am. And that's why I also feel like I let myself down, and I did let myself down. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. As long as those days aren't often, I think that's what's important. As long as those days don't happen frequently, like maybe once or twice a year at most, where I just have a fully unproductive day of doing absolutely nothing. I can't afford having many of those days. I've already had plenty of those days in my early 20s, in my mid 20s, in my late 20s. I've already wasted enough time. I got a lot of catching up to do because the old me, he slacked. The old me didn't do what he had to do. The old me, he was just wasting time, playing around, doing things only when he felt like it, only when he felt motivated. Other than that, he didn't do anything productive with himself. All he did was waste time, drown in self-pity, felt depressed, lost, unmotivated. And I guess sometimes that's just part of life, where we just feel stuck and we feel like there's no way out. It's just part of life. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. A lot of us just get to that point. But I think the bad thing is not doing anything about it and not trying to get out of that place. A lot of people just get accepted and they stay there. And they make it even worse due to their actions, to their habits. And that's not something that you and I should be. We should aspire to change. We should aspire to grow. We should aspire to be more grateful and just put in the work. We got this. We got this. I believe in you. I believe that you can do it and that you will do it. And as they say, stop waiting for one day and make it day one. Today's the day. No more slacking. Look at me. I feel like I'm slacking because I took one day off. Well, 1.5 really, because the other day I did absolutely nothing. At the end of the night, I did go do my workout, and that is the most productive thing I did throughout that day. But like I said, man, let's not have those days very often. Maybe once or twice a year at most. But anyways, do what you got to do. Put in the work. Never give up. Believe in yourself. All right, I'll see y'all next time.